Anyway, sorry, looking at,
We're just
Pictures.
looking at pictures that I've got.
yeah, paintings like, oh,
Hopefully he doesn't
Yeah.
break it.
no, like that one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I guess I can't see the phone. Anyway,
Oh, my nose itches again.
I do like that one. I
This
do like
is
that Oak one.
episode 4.
Of
Still haven't come up with a name.
the Whatchamacallit podcast.
Maybe we should call it that. The Whatchamacallit video podcast. That's kind of catchy.
The Whatchamacallit.
The Whatchamacallit. Now watch, my luck, somebody's already got that out here on YouTube or something.
Probably.
But hopefully not, who knows, I don't know.
Mhm.
But for right now, we'll just call it Colin's Whatchamacallit podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just ramble.
Yep.
So we'll go with
So-
that for right now. I mean, nothing's set in stone yet, so don't get your guys' panties in a bunch if you've already got it. I'm nowhere near any monetization BS on this, so
Mhm.
don't worry.
Plus, you never know. The Whatchamacallit candy bar might go after you with that name.
The whatchama.
The Whatchama.
I don't know. Nothing's set in stone. It's kind of catchy though. Would be catchy,
Isn't
but
the candy bar? Isn't that
it's a
what
whatchamacallit.
It's a Whatchamacallit candy bar.
Whatchama. You can just shorten it. Whatchama.
Whatchama?
Whatchama.
I don't know. That
The
just
Whatchama.
seems-
The Whatchama podcast.
that just yeah okay. Whatever. Anyway,
We don't know yet. I'm Colin.
Mason chairs. here.
Yep, again.
The river, the Wapsie Valley River rat.
Yeah, make sure to check him out too.
Yeah.
So, I think we're going to talk early muzzleloader.
Only muzzleloader.
Early muzzleloader.
Yep. I've only been doing early muzzleloader. I don't know. I've probably done it only like what? 3 times now. Late muzzleloader I've done twice.
Yeah.
So
No, late muzzleloader we've done 3 times.
okay, maybe this will be my 3rd year early muzzleloader. And I've only gotten 1 deer with early muzzleloader.
Yeah, this will be year number 4.
Oh, year number 4.
You've got 3 years
Okay. Yep.
going into year number 4.
Yep, and I've only gotten 1 deer early muzzleloader, and that was just some dumb little fawn button buck that was messing around down below my deer stand, dinking
What a
around. Was
Bambi.
hey, he was asking for it. He was really pissing me off, and plus, the deer were not doing what I wanted them to do that 2nd year of early muzzleloader. So, guess what?
Pew.
Yep, pew pew. No, actually just 1 pew.
One pew and a big cloud of smoke.
Yep. And so, but the 3rd year I went early muzzleloader was last year.
Yep.
And for some reason, I decided to, well, how many grain Sabot?
300.
Yeah, 300 grain. For some reason, I bought the 300 grain Sabot. And instead of the, what was it, 250?
No,
Or 200.
No, it was a 350 Sabot.
Yeah,
Because there was quite a difference. It was a 350 grain Sabot.
yeah, 350 grain Sabot instead of the 250 or 200.
Yeah, the 250.
Yeah, the 250 grain. For some reason, I went 100 grains more. I figured I'd want to try and knock them to the ground.
250 does it. I've never had an issue.
So, and I took too long of a shot, and I just grazed the bottom of a doe, and she took off hauling across.
It was a clean miss.
Yep,
No blood, just hair.
yep,
I mean, if it would have been 2 inches higher,
yep.
that deer. But somebody, he also, from what you told me is you aimed low.
Yep.
95 yards and aiming low.
Yep. That was the only shot I got.
95 yards and aiming low.
That made a difference. That
0
range.
at 100, aiming low at 95.
Hey,
That makes no sense. When your 0 is 100.
I don't know.
But anyways, learning experience. It was fun.
Don't use that heavy of a bullet. My mistake.
I zeroed it at 100.
Not with those bullets though.
I most certainly did.
Well, then I don't know what happened. I probably jerked.
No, that you were clean on the pew pew.
Oh well, then
You
I
were
don't know what happened.
Yeah, you said you were aiming low,
Yeah.
not in the center lower 2/3.
No. Yeah.
You know, aiming low
Mhm.
instead of aiming, you know,
Center mass
This-
higher. a little
this
higher.
far above the body line instead of this far above the body line will make a difference.
Mhm. Yep. So it's gonna be a closer shot this year.
You can't really shoot far with any of the setups we have anyway. So.
Yeah. So hopefully,
I mean, even out of the stands along the CRP, I'm sorry, with as tall as some of the CRP is next to the stuff, I mean, you're not able to push. You can't push over 60
mhm,
on any shot.
mhm. But my freezer's getting empty with deer meat, and so hopefully the little basket rack or something comes around walking through. That way I can get that filled up in a dough.
These guys would be in trouble.
Yep.
I mean, that one was, but he was
The one that we got on camera,
last day.
the one that we got on camera,
Which
they,
one?
the one just a little bit ago earlier today that you showed that we were going through.
Oh, yeah.
And then he would have been he'd be a nice little skull mouth.
He would, but if he also lived, he'd be a lot better next year and a lot bigger and
Yeah.
have more meat on his bones too.
Yeah, but he might end up like Mr. Krabs and just end up disappearing. But we know Mr. Krabs will walk through sometime, but
Oh, I know where crabs. I know where crabs is. It's just, I don't want to go disturb it. I know where he is
yeah, but
because the other deer that are walking around with him are showing where or giving away his spot. And last year, I think this is the deer that I continually saw because one side was crab claw. That's why we call him Mr. Krabs. He's crabbed both sides.
but the fawns are gonna walk for me. Fawns are walking. Mama does are
In trouble.
in trouble, and for me personally, that one that we had on picture or crabs.
What about SpongeBob?
We don't have one named SpongeBob.
Oh, yes, we do.
Who named that one? Nobody told me
I
this.
did because,
Well, then who's Patrick?
there's only two.
Do we got
though.
Sandy?
Oh, Patrick would be our tall brow tine one that has disappeared.
Okay, well there you go.
SpongeBob is the one that's hanging around crabs. He's that big 9
Mm,
that's always coming around.
yeah,
He's the one that steps out first
Mhm.
before crabs.
yeah.
And then the tall, I mean, this was back in the start of June, and legit, this deer had brow tines, I ain't kidding you, over 6 inches in length.
Mhm,
And this was the start of June.
mhm.
So, and I've got one picture of it.
I think if there's one that if I did, get the
And I,
chance.
and I think I know where they are, because for as often as I've hunted this place, I think I know where they are. It's just I can't really, I think the one is on, I think Patrick is on the neighboring property, and I've only got nighttime pictures, so I think he's nocturnal no matter what.
Mhm.
Crabs, on the other hand, I know where he is. I do know where he's at. I know what he's doing right now, and I know that if I don't want to bust him, that we should see him come youth season.
Yeah.
We should see Crabs. We should see SpongeBob. Patrick is actually the older out of the deer.
Mhm.
Crabs and SpongeBob, believe it or not, are probably only 3.5-year-old deer.
Mhm.
So
But
we don't care.
No.
We meat, and as long as it looks good on top of their head, we don't really care.
Yep.
I could care less about score. To me, I see something like this walk in front of me all day long.
Yeah. Our
I'm
properties are
sorry.
not that big.
No,
And then we have properties that we can't hunt that other people hunt, and those deer do travel to those other properties. And either way, if we do let them walk, the other property owner,
everybody around there's
Yeah.
there's no true
there's no true management.
no
Nobody's on the same page.
no, because a lot of them, like this guy right here, they're all meat hunters.
Yeah.
So I mean, to get for as many big deer as we have, I mean, it's, in all honesty, it's kind of a miracle that we've got at least
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5, 6 between our two farms that we are gracefully enough to be able to hunt. We have 7 bucks that should score well over 140 inches, and this is, in the 10 years I've been hunting here, this is a first.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, it's a lot of them. Lucky to see one that's 140. Last year we saw, oh geez, I missed a great big one last year, and he made it. Quite a few big ones last year made it through the gun season. One of them.
Did that one that walked behind me last year, did he make it? He probably didn't.
Nope, he made it.
Oh, he did make it?
Yep. The 10 did not.
Hmm.
He got all busted up. He was a 10 point, a little bigger than that, probably 100 and, just give you guys a rough guess. This guy's 120, 125. Had him professionally scored. Depending on who it was, I've had him scored multiple times by people, and he's been anywhere. I know the exact score, but just telling you, he's not over 125, and he's definitely over 120. So no, he's not under, and no, he's not 140 inch deer. That's at max. He's 125.
Who did your skull know?
Locker Buddy, before he got out of the business.
Oh.
So,
But yeah,
this 10 pointer was bigger than this one, and we roughed him at around the 140 inch mark, and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He got busted up, and the one that broke him up, he's gone too. Weren't thinking much, but we've got a lot of the younger bucks. I will say this: the guys that do go through and shotgun hunt, they do deer drives, and it is groups that go through these properties. That's the landowners. They will let small bucks go.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's anything like that, and they can see it while it's on their deer drive, they will definitely pull the trigger. But if they think that it's got a rack on top of its head, they will not. So there is very little management, but they do shoot a lot of does.
Mm-hmm.
The one farm's managed pretty well when it comes to does. The
Mhm.
other one, on the other hand, I've been trying for 10 years, and
That one's tough.
Oh, that's tough. And to let you know, the one farm, that the farm that Krabs is on is only 120 acres.
Mhm.
70% of it is a bean field. Or an agriculture field of some sort, 70% of it.
Mhm.
The other fields, or the other property that we were just talking about is, I think, total between the north side, between the north side and the south side of the road is like 450 acres. I think it's 250 on the south side and another 200 to 250 on the north side.
Mhm. And it's mainly CRP.
It's all CRP.
Yep.
It is all CRP. I mean, the nearest crop field, literally in the square mile section, is on the very far end of that square mile section.
Mhm.
So, but a bunch of oak trees, a few apple trees.
Lots of freaking black locusts.
Yep.
Those black locusts are freaking.
The locust pods, all the deer go nuts over them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about hanging a freaking tree stand in those damn trees.
I'm sorry. I mean, did we hang any this year in them?
No.
Okay then. I learned my lesson from you bitching all the time.
Well, you try wrapping an arm around that and you got a big thorn like that
Done
poking
it.
you.
Done it.
Yeah, well,
Been there.
no.
Yeah, it sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
So, but anyway, no, there's a lot of them, a lot of deer there that are going to be good. I'm just probably going to, if I do get one and it's nice to get mounted, I probably just do skull mounts from here on out.
I mean, that's pretty badass looking though.
I like skull mounts. I'm starting to like skull mounts a lot better than, shoulder mounts.
Oh, I am too.
And
And not due to pricing, it's just convenience.
yeah. Yeah, and skull mounts, yes, they are a lot cheaper, and the way I see it, I can stick my money towards other things, versus 150 to $200 for a skull mount, to $600 to $800.
Less than 100. Every one of these mounts on this wall.
Well,
Sorry for the mess, but there they are. There's the turkey. And I can't get the antelope in there, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, $600 to $800 for a shoulder mount.
I mean, only one of those shoulder mounts is over 500.
Yeah,
But we're talking
those were how many years ago though?
late 90s,
Yeah,
all four of them. The 10-pointer was 95. The antelope, that's right here, was 95. The 8-pointer with the ear blown, that one was
98, 99.
that's the only newest one. That one's 2022 or 2002. The big 8 was 2010, and then my big 8 was 97.
Yeah.
So only 2 were shot in the,
The only
in the
way-
2000 area. The rest of them were 95, 97.
The only
Time
way
frame.
that I would,
And those were all under $300. And
Yeah.
I'll do a short and show how. I mean, they're done really well.
yeah,
They honestly are.
the only way that I would do a shoulder mount is if it's an old majestic buck.
Crabs.
I mean, no, I'm talking about older, like the one that I shot, the one I have
That
on
was-
my wall.
You don't even have the actual deer thing under it.
Yeah,
It was
but
so big.
yeah, he was huge, but I'm talking about like no teeth, like mine, that needs to be displayed, just because how old and all the things that he had to go through to get that old.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, that was an old deer.
Yeah.
That was a big, heavy deer.
Oh yeah, big, heavy, old
After
deer.
we field dressed him, hanging weight with his cut off at the elbow, but he still had his hide on.
Mm-hmm.
His hanging weight was still over 300
Mm-hmm.
pounds.
Yep.
No joke.
Yep. Got a lot of meat off of him.
The locker seriously said it's the biggest deer that has come in, and they couldn't believe how big body this was. Like he's got it shoulder mounted,
Mm-hmm.
and this deer was shot October 10th.
Yep.
Okay. And I got a notification. And this thing had a 33-inch diameter neck
Mm-hmm.
already. 33 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't, the guy, when he got it shoulder mounted, had to use a mule deer mount and still put added foam around to try and get the neck to be as big as what it was.
Yeah. Foam
And he
clay.
still was only able to get it to 29 and a half
Mm-hmm.
before it would actually ruin the mount. So it's still almost 4 inches shorter,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big mount. He'll have to do a short on it and show it on his page. It is a really nice,
He was
really
definitely
nice deer.
He was on a decline though for antler size. That's just how old. That's just because of how old he was.
Oh yeah,
And he was 129 to 130.
something like that.
Yeah, 129 to 130 inches for an
just
8 point.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger than this guy right here.
Yeah. So, and yeah.
To let you know, give you guys something to kind of visual. Just a little bit bigger than this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was a big deer, big body deer, but geez, that's the only way I'd get a shoulder mount is one like that. But
The one landowner, if it comes across here, the one landowner, I recently got permission. I've helped him out in the past. Is sending me messages and let me know what's going on for this season. So I do apologize if it comes across, but if not, just yeah. So, tell me more about what you're wanting to see out of early muzzleloader this year.
what I'm wanting to see.
Yeah, what are you wanting to have happen? What are your expectations?
Well, my expectations is pretty much to.
I mean, do you want to, what I consider batting 100%? Just
Batting 100% is just getting out.
no, I meant like tag wise, filling both of them. Like,
Oh, filling both. Well, hopefully I get to fill one of them.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I really don't.
I mean, last year we had my one chance, and
Last year was a tough year, but we also didn't have my nose. We also didn't have the
rain.
rain that we had this year. We also don't. That helps that we've got kale plots and turnip plots, and and also that
Yeah.
a few other things have gone into play.
Yeah.
I mean, we're having a really good acorn crop again this year in the area.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see a lot of acorns on.
Not as much as that we did last year. Last year was freaking nuts. There was
I mean,
acorns everywhere.
I mean, I was out there today, and those oak trees, I could hear the acorns falling.
Mm.
So,
Because my trees at my house, they're not dropping any. I mean, the red oak is, but deer don't really like the red oak as much as they do the white oak.
right.
And
And I know there's a mixture of that down on the one property.
Yeah, and
So like I said, I don't know, I wasn't on it.
Mhm.
I could hear the acorns that were coming down, and I know that the oak trees that were nearby,
yeah,
I've seen new acorns on the ground, so I know that they're starting to drop.
but you would need me there to tell you if they're red or white.
Oh, by far. Yeah, I know. Yeah, nope. I should probably know that, but that's one of them I don't really want to right now.
Just so you know, guys know, once again, if you haven't seen it on the other podcast, but I'm the tree guy. I can look at a distance and just by the form of that tree and tell you what it is. And this guy, he don't. But I can tell you, but he doesn't know the difference between, well, you know what a bur oak acorn looks like.
Duh.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking because I don't really know. You just say, hey, there's an acorn. But say a swamp white oak versus a red oak, a northern red oak.
Nope.
No. So, and I can tell you the difference by just the size of the acorn and the shape of the acorn to the size of the cap of the acorn.
Aren't the red ones smaller?
Yes and no.
Which one's the small?
The small ones, okay. The red oak acorns always have a smaller cap.
No, I'm talking about in
Well,
overall.
it depends on how big they produce that year. That's just the difference. It's the shape of it.
Anywho, instead of talking about fucking trees.
Okay, so like
I want to get back on topic with the early muzzleloader deal. What are your expectations?
Hopefully.
Enough about this tree stuff. I mean, maybe we'll do something later about that, but come on now.
Now, just not to get off topic again, but there is a guy that used to write for Deer and Deer Hunting magazine, and he said every hunter should know his trees. He should know what tree his tree stand is set up in. It makes you a better hunter.
Yes and no, and I can argue that fact.
Makes you a better woodsman.
That I can't argue it. Hunter, I can argue that.
But anyway,
to an extent, you do need to understand trees. Like this is an oak tree, this is an ash tree, this is a locust. You do need to be able to understand that. But when it comes to the actual
at least you know. At least you know what a shagbark hickory is.
I mean, the name gives it. Just saying. But anywhoosies, early muzzleloader. Come on now.
Okay, early muzzleloader. What I'm expecting is pretty much to actually get a deer on the ground, like on the ground, dead. Well, just taking a dirt nap. Just
Not, don't want anything specific to try and happen or anything like that. You just, oh, there it is, pew, done. I mean,
well, what more do you want? I mean, have deer come out, one that I like, one that I get picked out. You know me, I'm not as good as getting deer on, in the back of the truck like you do.
it doesn't take much.
Well, for you, it doesn't take much.
You can piggyback off me anytime.
For you, it doesn't take much. For me, on the other hand, the guy who just likes to, I'm happy just to be out in the woods and then hopes for a deer to come by and hopefully everything is by the playbook,
Like, do you have
that's a little different.
Where are you wanting? I mean, do you have a preference in where you shoot
No.
the deer? I mean,
I don't have a preference.
like, see, I think it'd be really cool to shoot both my deer for bow. I got a doe tag and
What are you talking about? Like at the same time?
no, what I'm talking about is, like this year, I've shot plenty of deer out of a tree stand. I'd really like to shoot my deer out of the ground blinds.
No, it don't matter for me.
See, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, oh, there's a stand that I like, and I'd love to have such and such. You know, have Mr. Krabs walk by this deer.
See, to me, all
See,
you-
that's what. See, I've got it pictured where I want Mr. Krabs to come by me if he doesn't get shot during youth season. You know, but I've got him pictured where I want him to come out for my boy to be able to get a shot at him. I mean, I could lay it out just how I would want him to do it because he's done it in the past, and I've got pictures of him doing it.
okay. So
Um,
for me, it don't. For me, it don't really matter. It does and it doesn't matter. But all the blind and tree stand locations are very, very good. To me, all those locations are on the same level of having deer getting walked by.
I mean, in all honesty, two of them. I mean, the blind's 20 yards in front of one
Yeah.
because I did this for wind options. And the other blind is, I ranged it the other day. It is 37 yards in front of the other stand. It's literally on the other side of the one food plot.
Yeah.
And the food plot on that one is L-shaped.
Now, mature does, mature bucks do walk in front of that stand, though that blind in that stand. So that's a very good option. The other blind in the other stand is a very good option because there's multiple trails coming out in that one area. So they're all pretty much for me all on the same level.
Okay.
So
I'm just asking, you know.
now for you, you have it pictured to you're on that level to where you can visualize what you want happening because you've shot many deer, a hell of a lot more than I have.
Oh yeah, I mean,
For me,
I've got it. I
I'm not
know.
on that level.
See, I know exactly where if there's a cold front that comes through, I know exactly what blind I need to be in by a certain time, because I've got Mr. Krabs pegged when it comes to what he's doing before weather front's coming in
Mm-hmm.
and what time he's walking past. And as long as, and I've got him still doing it, if it happens, and in all honesty, opening weekend of youth, there's more than a 10-degree temperature drop between Saturday and Sunday. So I know that the deer are going to be moving Saturday morning, but I'm having the issue is I've got an equal numbers of times between one blind and the other blind, and they're literally 280 yards apart.
Yeah. So
And you can't be covered with the way the terrain is, cannot be covered by one person.
yeah. So
I am torn, but when I know that, I know that I can't go wrong between the two because he's done it both equal times. I'm just hoping that I'm choosing the right one this time,
mhm.
because it's kind of been like an alternation where, oh, this cold front came through on Monday, but Sunday he's over at blind A. Oh, this front came through on Thursday, Wednesday he was in front of blind B. And it was literally bounced back, forth,
Mm-hmm.
throughout the entire summer doing that. Literally, like in 1 week time frame, if there was two different types of fronts that came through, he'd be at blind A, and then the next one he'd be at blind B. It was never blind A, blind A, blind A, oh, blind B. It was literally blind A, blind B, blind A, blind B. Well, the last time I've got him was blind A.
Mm-hmm.
Next weekend, I'm going to be sitting in, hopefully this guy's with me. We're going to be sitting in blind B, and fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
So, but that's what I'm saying. For me, it's just to get deer on the ground.
See, and a lot of people would say, why don't you just piggyback off me?
What in the hell does that mean?
use my information and be like, where should I sit? And I tell you
Yeah.
the reasoning why. You go sit there and go kill your deer.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Last year I did it, but last year was a very, very tough year.
It was.
All the other years I did it, and deer came by. It's just I messed up the shot.
Have you figured that out yet?
Yes, I figured out what and how the issue was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it should be a very good year for us then, and a very good year for you. You should be able to have 3 dead deer. I should be able to put down, well, with the help with my son's tag. He has 1. I have 2 bow tags, and we'll have a gun tag.
This year I'm definitely not going to be able to afford the locker bills. Definitely going to have to. If I do have 3 dead deer, it's definitely going to be self-processing.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
So self-processing, that's mainly what I do anyway. So
Well, I mean, you don't take much in anyways.
no,
I mean, you shoot 3 deer, you'll have 2, 4, 6 back straps
yep,
and the loins, and I mean, you could literally just take in your hinds and stuff and
Oh, by the way, I had to get a new
Take-
grill.
new grill,
Yeah,
not a new smoker.
no, a new grill.
Oh, grill, I don't care about smokers.
No, I about set my house on fire last week.
No, happens. I've been there. I've been there.
Definitely, I had to run down to the boat, grab the fire extinguisher, and put it out.
Grease fire.
Yep, grease fire. Yep.
The flame shooting 5 feet out of the grill.
Almost. It was more almost smoke damage. I didn't open.
Oh,
up
I
the
had to
hood.
wipe the smoke damage off my siding on my house here
Yeah.
because of the grease fire. I mean, and it wasn't that it was. I mean, my grill's 5 feet away from the house.
Mhm.
It's just I had splatter, and yeah, it was.
Yeah. No,
It was cooking. I mean, my grill was toast.
it was brats. I had
Yeah.
brats on the grill,
Same.
and I literally walked into the kitchen after I set them down
Yep.
on the grill. Had the grill turned all the way down. They were
Yep.
thawed out.
Yep.
And I went into the kitchen for like 5 minutes to prepare the other stuff. And I turned around, went to go back out to, flip them or whatever, because I knew it wasn't going to take much. And just smoke rolling out of that grill.
Yep. Same exact thing happened to me.
And luckily, your
burger,
deck.
burger steaks, pork chops, never an issue.
Oh, I have problems with
Fucking-
burgers.
Goddamn brats. Every time. Brats. Doesn't matter if it's Johnsonville, homemade, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And
Deer brats, I don't have that problem.
I do when it's mixed with pork, but I don't have that problem when it comes to pork chops.
So pork chops.
I
don't
put
have
in
the fat.
I put any ground pork like a pork burger or anything like that. I got issues. Pork chops, pork loin, hamburgers,
Okay.
steaks,
So
no issues.
your deck doesn't have a roof. My deck does.
Yes.
And so I literally went, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I ran out the side door, ran down to
Yeah.
my boat, grabbed the fire extinguisher. There's flames rolling out the back of it, but they weren't 5 feet up in the air yet.
Oh, mine were.
And I pointed the fire extinguisher in the back of the grill, put it out. My hood's warped.
Yeah, I did the same thing
So,
with my one grill. Not the one that I have on my deck now.
yeah.
It was the one before that. The reason why I've got the one on my deck now.
Yeah, so there's more money I have
Yep.
to get out. And I'm going to have to go and get a small, cheap, I want to get a pellet grill.
Just do charcoal. I'm next grill I do.
I don't like charcoal. I can't control the heat the way I want it.
Oh, if you buy the right charcoal grill, it's really easy.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to spend that money on a charcoal grill. I'd rather be,
Boy, Chelsea's dad told me which one to buy for the ones that you can pick up at Walmart for like $160.
Okay, well, true, but still, I don't
He-
like
he took-
charcoal.
He told me the way to do, how to set the charcoal up to where you can actually, control the heat with the vent on the bottom and the vent on the top.
Mhm.
He actually taught me which way to do it. I didn't have a fucking clue, cause I've never done charcoal, I've always been LP.
But I've never.
But I've learned that anytime I'm camping with them, I would take charcoal to cook stuff over anything.
I don't really like charcoal.
Start calling you Hank Hill?
Yeah, propane and propane accessories. My dad was a gas man.
Hank Hill, right there.
But I like wood. I've always liked wood.
Those are expensive.
I know they're expensive, but
Charcoal's cheaper.
I know, but I like the taste of the smoke.
You can get the
I know
smoke
you
off-
can get smoke out of
Exactly.
charcoal, but I don't like charcoal.
So throw some fucking wood chips on a charcoal
Okay,
grill.
well, whatever. Anyway, but back to the deer deal.
I mean, that kind of rolled into it. You know, with the processing deal. I mean, I had one deer last year, and the cheapest one I've had made had an Amish guy do it, did really well. You're taking some home today.
Yeah.
Really good, really,
Mhm.
really good.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, he lives right
I
down
have-
the road from me.
I had an entire full-grown, fully mature doe. She was, I mean, I right around the 70-pound mark for meat, and because that's then the meat that I got back. That's what I got, and I noticed not a whole lot of fat was added per pound.
Mhm.
So, and I had nothing but sausage and sticks made, and I had the back straps cut out so you could help me smoke them. And it cost me $360.
Mhm.
And that was everything. And that was him caping it, all that. Now, if I would have just taken it off the bone, I would have saved $110. So, I mean, not horribly expensive when you look at it, you know, compared to what it is. I mean, it's compared to what prices are now at the grocery store, it's still cheaper.
Mhm.
And that's what I look at. Can I go to the grocery store and buy what I want out of a deer made compared to going, you know, grocery store stuff, sticks and all that, way up here. Cost to have own deer sticks made are down here. I mean, once you start adding the cost of fuel in, when you're driving a lot further, then you've got issues.
Mhm.
I don't have that problem. I could ride a bike to both places in under a half hour.
Mhm.
I've actually done it just for exercise. It may not look like it, but I'm also sitting down on a small stool that my knees are literally not much underneath the screen. So, same thing with Mason here, but we don't have much to factor in for that, so it does end up being cheaper.
Well, and you do a little bit more of the processing than what I do.
No, I do very little.
Yeah, but you do more. You do a lot more. For me, it's more burger, steak,
Oh yeah,
back straps. I don't really do the sticks or brats anymore.
Yeah, see, I'm doing nothing but sticks, sausage, the back straps for smoking,
Mm-hmm.
and some jerky. That's all I'm having made out of.
Oh, I can
all
do my
I
own
do.
jerky. I have a dehydrator.
Yeah, see, I like the way this guy did it though, and he's able to make them kind of thick and be able to do
Well, I
it.
can do it that way too.
I don't trust you, I trust him.
Why? You may let me smoke your back strap for you, and you love that, and you don't trust my way. I can cook. Look at me.
I understand, but
I made my own fish fry, my own fish fry stuff, and my wife absolutely loved it. She said,
I would know about that because you won't let me. Never asked me to go fucking fishing, but I'll take him on a 3-hour fishing trip and I had fish. Well, motherfucker, I took you 3 hours to be able to get fish, and where's mine?
Hey,
I still have yet to have fish this year, and we're in September.
Hey, you got fish. Where was the fish that you and your father-in-law kept?
They're in his freezer.
Well, hurry up, get it done.
He wants to have a great big fish fry. I knows, but still,
But yeah, anyway, I can.
I mean, I haven't put the effort in fishing this year, but
I can do your jerky.
we'll see.
All right, whatever. Depends on
I
how
mean,
much
if
time I have too.
Well, that's the big thing. This guy will definitely do it. I don't know, and then it sits in the freezer and starts getting freezer burnt because I didn't package it. Well, because he's like, I'll do it. A month later, starts getting, I got freezer burnt. I could have just taken it and had it done. I got freezer, and now I just wasted it. So that's.
I mean, that brisket though, you said that you loved it.
That was good. I haven't had anything bad from you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to. Deer meat is precious to me. It's like gold.
Yeah, but I can do your back straps.
Oh, you'll do my back straps. That's not going to be an issue. Because I will have you package them so that way you know when they're ready. Mm-hmm. You just let me know when they're done. I come get it, and it's kind of nice.
I do have a vacuum sealer too.
Don't be telling me this. Because thoughts are rolling through the mind now with the vacuum sealer and being able to really save some money.
And I do have the slicer.
Now the thoughts are really rolling. Really rolling. The big slicer or medium?
You can adjust it to have big.
No,
slices.
is it like a industrial size?
No, it's small like that.
Oh, it only maximum like 10 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, not like the 4.5 ones at the grocery stores.
No.
I was gonna say, if you had one of them grocery store ones, I'm like, oh boy, we'd have some. I got some thoughts on that.
I only have like 7 to 10 inch.
Is it hooked up now?
Yeah, it's put together. I don't know where it's at. My wife packed it away.
Don't be a Debbie Downer on this, because I've got sausage that I could have cut up.
Use a knife.
Not if I want it thin enough for sandwiches.
Oh, well, still use a knife.
Because see, my thing is, I get the summer sausages back. I could come over, slice it up, and I can have what I want for sandwiches.
Well, then you can come over and slice it up the way you want it.
I would.
Okay.
Because I got to go pick it up anyway. So if it's sharp, I can slice it while it's frozen. And just
no, it won't do frozen. It doesn't cut fast enough for frozen.
Why not?
Because we picked it up at Kohl's.
Well, it still should do it.
No, not when it's frozen. You'll dull the hell out of that blade.
Not with sausage.
Yeah, if it's frozen because there's water in it, dum-dum.
Anyways, yeah, whatever. Well, maybe I'll just have to go buy one now. Because the one I want, you can cut it frozen.
Mm-hmm. So, mine don't like cut that fast.
Mine's only like $250 that I want to get.
Oh, mine was cheaper on that. We got it. Yeah. It was like $200 and it was at Black Friday.
Oh, well, yeah, see. But, so early muzzleloader, that's what you're thinking is just putting deer down.
Mm-hmm.
Piggybacking off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like you piggyback off of me for fishing.
Not so much. Not so much. Don't be tooting that horn just yet.
Oh yeah, you do.
No.
Oh yeah.
I do not piggyback off.
Oh yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you just got lucky with that inline spinner down in Raspin.
I caught the biggest.
No, I caught the biggest.
I caught the first and the heaviest.
No. For crappie? No, you didn't.
Mine was 13 and a half. Okay, fine. Yours was 15. All the ones that I caught were over 13 inches. You only caught one which was your big one at 15.
Yeah,
but they do get bigger. And
but I caught the most at 12 to 13.
yeah, we came back with 7.
Yeah.
Came back with 7. They were all.
No,
good for us.
we came back with more.
No, we
We
didn't.
had 12. Yeah,
No.
because I took home 6 flies. No, I didn't. Yeah, went home with 6 flies. That's 3 fish. You guys had the rest.
Oh, well, maybe been so long.
Because
I wouldn't know. Been so long. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because I caught 9 fish.
Oh, well, okay, whatever. I know I caught more than that, but anyways.
You could have caught more, but you threw more back.
Well, I mean, I had to. They weren't big enough. But I was catching them.
Yeah, because I caught 11 fish, and I had to throw 2 back because they were under 10 inches.
Yeah. But see how early muzzleloader into fishing.
Hey, you said piggyback.
Yeah, that's piggybacking, all right. So this guy's doing early muzzleloader. You think you're gonna want to continue early muzzleloader, or you think you want to go back to doing shotgun at some point?
Probably go back to shotgun at some point.
No, why? I'm curious why.
Because I want to go buy a 350 and see when at some point when my boy is maybe starts getting interested in deer hunting. I'm just going to let him take the course. I'm not going to say, hey, I want to take you out, force him into it. Just when he starts throwing an interest into it.
Okay.
And I know my daughter definitely will.
Right.
But yeah, so that's why. So then I can just be like, I feel like I'm going to go shotgun this year instead of early muzzleloader.
Okay. Yeah, because I used to early muzzleloader hunt all the way up. I mean, that religious up until I was 16. It was early muzzleloader, bow. That's all I did. Turned 16, go shotgun hunting. Oh, been hooked ever since. And no, I've done. I mean, Mesa's been with me. We've done the deer drives, but the most fun we've had has been just going out and sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we go out and sit, we armor foot it. I mean, we do a lot of shooting, but I mean, a couple of times have been iffy. I mean, we got a little too close to deer drives, but we were on private property. They were on public. Because we were trying to keep them off of the private, and got a little iffy, but we're okay. Nothing was major. I mean, it was just a couple of second thoughts on things. Maybe get behind a tree here, or take 10 steps back here, just because you could see them, and it was I'm here, I'm not here, sort of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we shot deer doing that. Don't do it anymore though. Don't have to. We just go out, sit, have a good time now, sit in the blind. We'll be on our phones doing something. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look forward to, there's just something special about shotgun season for me than early muzzleloader anymore.
This year I was definitely wanted to go shotgun, but there's some things that I can't really say that on here that happened in the family to where it kind of made the whole family say we definitely need to get together for Christmas and together more for the holidays. And so it was one of those deals of don't know when the family get-togethers are going to be, and that would interrupt both first and second season deer, first and second season shotgun here in Iowa.
Yeah, because it falls right in between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep. So it was one of
I mean,
those.
the week after Thanksgiving is Iowa's first shotgun season, and then the following weekend, 2 weekends after that is second season, and then
Then
I mean, then it falls right into
Late
Christmas and late muzzleloader. And
Yep, New Year's.
the other thing is I like first season shotgun because it's still kind of close to when you're sitting the first couple hours before the deer really get pushed and running around. It's just like bow hunting for me. And I mean, there's still bucks chasing does and stuff like that, you know, on the regular, you know, depending on what type of day it is. So, that's why I like doing the first season shotgun. And I normally don't have a problem hunting 2 days, but this year I think I'm going to actually take the whole season off for once because I've always wanted to do it, never been able to, and I'll actually have the time to be able to do it. And I think it would just be really fun to do once.
Yep. So
Then I could be real picky.
But depending on how I had to feel this year out for, you know, the shotgun and family get-togethers, because I never know. I might go next year.
I hope so. I will admit this is going to be a lonely year because I don't know who I might be doing this all solo for season shotgun, but I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've gone solo, but for the entire doing the entire season solo would be a first. I've gone out a day here, a day there on my own, and never an issue. But the entire season solo will be a first for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I have to feel this one out. Maybe something would come up.
No, once you get things figured out, we'll be able to go from there. But I think it's going to be a really good season. I think you're going to fill both your muzzleloader tags this year. I really do.
I hope. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But things always change.
They do. They most certainly do. But,
because then deer change up their routes and.
Yeah. We'll just hope that they don't change too much. But I've got the change. I've got stands set up for the quote unquote change in pattern this year, so especially on the one farm. It's should be really good. It really should for all of us. The youth, the Jordan, me, Mason. It should be a really good year. And anybody else in the state and for that matter. So
yeah.
I have a gut feeling that a lot of good things are going to happen this year round. That's going to affect a lot of people. So
well, we got it pretty much pinned down now since finally we got the rain back. River levels are back up.
Well, they're starting to drop now because we're
back in that fall drought.
Yeah.
That we usually get. We're back to a normal Iowa year. We just still don't have the water tables back the way they used to be.
Well, I mean, you go 5 years without frickin' rain for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas.
And the water tables aren't back to the way they used to be. So, and the subsoil, it's still trying to get absorbed that moisture, and it hasn't this year yet. And so hopefully we get snow on the ground. That'll definitely help. And
Well, according to Almanac and all that, we're supposed to have a bad winter this year.
well, that's what they said last year, and look what we got. Barely nothing.
I mean, we had 3 decent snowstorms. I mean, we weren't that far below average on snowfall.
Well, yeah, but we don't have the accumulation in the snowpack that we usually did. I mean, the ice fishermen weren't even out. Hardly.
That's not my fault.
That's how warm of a winter we had.
Well, it's not supposed to be that way this year.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah, so, but, yeah.
But we'll see. Some people are saying, no, we're going to have another warm one, yada, yada, yada. I go off the Farmer's Almanac, and it said, last that I knew, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or whatever, that Iowa could be in for a snowy, cold winter.
I hope so we can get that subsoil back. The water of the table's back. Because it is ridiculous. I mean,
I wouldn't mind
last year,
I wouldn't mind just a good snowfall just for one Christmas because it makes it look pretty and everything else. I kind of like that. But also, I love to shoot bunnies in the wintertime. And Retopia Outdoors has a really cool bunny hunt on there. So I'd like to have some snow on the ground to be able to partake in that and actually be a hunter in that this coming year.
Oh,
And-
you bet your sweet ass. I'm definitely joining too.
Oh, duh. That was awesome. So I would like to have.
It was the
snow
first time
and
we've ever
everything.
seen rabbits get hunted with dogs.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, the people we were with, it was fun too.
Yeah.
So
And but yeah, it was a bad year. It was
yeah, it's been
last
bad.
year. It was bad enough that the trout streams didn't have any water in them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Backbone had no water in the
Yeah.
trout streams.
Yeah,
And
it was bad. I mean, there's some, but I mean, water levels are starting to go back down because we, like you said, don't have the water tables where they need to be. So
but yeah,
Yeah.
so deer traveling was a little bit different last year,
it was.
and the acorn drought really messed things up. They were
It
sticking
did.
in the woods hard last year.
They were, and we learned that just a little too late, but we got it done. I mean, you were the only one that didn't fill a tag, so but we tried. We gave her the.
Both tags didn't get filled.
I know we tried though.
I know.
Like I said, we just ran out of time for you. Hopefully this year we don't. We shouldn't.
Nope.
And like I said, again, should be a really good year, and I think a lot of people are going to have
Did your
good
tags
years.
come in?
Yeah, I've got mine. I've had
I-
mine.
I haven't got my muzzleloader tags yet.
I'd be calling them and
Yeah.
finding out where it is because I got mine literally 14 days after they went on sale.
Yeah,
So I'd be calling because
I can
Today,
get duplicates though.
today you're a month out.
Yeah, I can get duplicates though.
So well yeah, but I'd be calling the state on
yeah.
this coming week and figuring out, hey, where are my tags?
Mhm.
So that's what you get for buying online.
Mhm.
But I mean,
You do it.
I do.
So they probably ended up in somebody else's mailbox and they threw them away.
That very well could have happened. I mean, I would just save the money and the hassle. Be like, I need a duplicate tag for this.
Yeah.
Yes. And show the receipt that you bought it online, and oh, okay, and they'll
Yeah.
print them off for you. So that's what I would do.
Yep.
But I don't know what we'll talk about on the next one. Hopefully, the next one Jordan will be with us. It could also just be my little lonesome rambling on about things, but also let you know. Oh, the squirrel hunt will be coming up shortly too. Hopefully, we're able to get actual footage.
Mhm. Oh,
No.
I'm definitely taking footage of that.
Well, hopefully, we'll be able to have some video footage for something kind of like this and shorts and stuff like that. And
I could have shot those 2 squirrels that were at my house yesterday.
yeah, could have. The season's open. Has been.
I didn't think of that. Damn it. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out.
I mean, and we'll have to figure it out. You'll have to let me know later on if we are, But the squirrel hunt should be coming up, so we'll have that.
It won't be that long of a hunt anyway, but
Oh, you never know.
Yeah.
Never know. You'll have to watch and see. Youth season's literally right around the corner, and we'll have stuff coming up from that. So things are going to be good.
yep.
You got anything to add?
No.
You want to say or do or?
No, I have anything to add. I gotta get home and get my counter cleaned off now that I got it moved for my bait making stuff.
Well, there you
My
go.
turkey calls.
No, I think I'm gonna.
I'm gonna try and order more walnut, make up more of the home wrecker slate calls.
There you go. Good deal.
Yeah,
I like that.
home wrecker slate calls, slate over glass.
Yeah, I can't remember which one I liked. So.
You got the walnut slate over glass,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
and I call them the home wrecker.
Yep, that's. You tell me kind of the same thing. I tell you where to go sit. You do it. You tell me what it is. I use it. Don't thumbs up. That's how we roll.
Yep.
So, you want to know anything? Send a comment. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. You like it? What do?
They hit the like button, they subscribe, leave a comment down there, and ring that notification bell.
Yep. Make sure to check his page out too.
Yep. So.
And like I said, we'll get mine figured out here at some point. We'll get a name figured out. But
If we're able to get the squirrel hunt done, I'll get that footage of that and get it put up.
I'll make sure to get a few things put up too. So
Yep.
stay tuned.
All
It'll
right.
be fun. And out.